Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we were having another round of squad member chats, and we were up to Thane. Hello, buddy.
Do you need something?
Yeah, let me just check here first.
Mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
Yeah, we have asked about this, okay.
There's something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask,
Have a few minutes to talk?
if you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
Okay. Tell me more.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
I mean, I don't think that Naomi would be like, ew, that's more than I wanted to know. I mean, here's the thing, she'd be thinking, oh yeah, I would rather think about me kissing Liara and being happy. And oh, the pain in my chest when I think about that, oh lord. Yeah, what about the bad memories? Those all sounded very pleasant, but what about the bad memories?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
You can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
Fair. Okay, so do you remember every assassination you've ever committed?
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
Thane... I'm not sure if Thane feels guilty about his work as an assassin. He seems to feel guilty that he wasn't there for his wife or his son. He seems to feel a lot of guilt about that. But I don't know if he feels guilty for the deaths he's caused. This is a bit too Paragon for my taste. Naomi doesn't disapprove of assassins. If you have murderous tendencies, you know, like, oh shit, if I don't fuel this into something, then I'm gonna go out at night and I'm just gonna murder indiscriminately. I'm gonna become a serial killer. Oh, wait a minute. There's a job opening as a mercenary. I can go do that and murder as I please. Or, oh, I can become an assassin and I can channel my dark urges that way. Naomi's like, hey, that's great. You have found employment and you are not murdering indiscriminately. That's fantastic. So she isn't necessarily like, oh, assassins, they're the worst. They're evil people. So I don't think she'd be like, every pang of guilt as you squeeze the trigger. I think she'd just go for a neutral, like, oh, are you okay with that?
You don't seem to feel guilty.
Why should I? My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
Why isn't there an option to agree? This would make some semblance of sense to Naomi. If you stab someone, it's not the knife's fault. It's the person doing the stabbing. An assassin wouldn't be an assassin if no one hired them to do the job. And if that's how you're making money, you're not going out there murdering indiscriminately. You are being paid for a contract. Like, I don't think that Naomi, as I said, I don't think that she's like, oh, assassins, they're all evil bastards, how dare they? I mean, there's not an option to outright agree with him. I guess maybe Naomi is coming at this from the standpoint of like, yeah, but you're not a gun, you're a person. But again, I don't think that Naomi would necessarily be disagreeing with all of this. You know, I think she would disagree on the level of like, yeah, but you're not a gun, you're a person. But again, she's not like, oh, assassins, that's bad. It's the person who ordered the hit. That's the person you should be pissed at, not the guy doing it. Like, the assassin wouldn't have killed that person but for him being paid to do it. Therefore, the person that Naomi is more mad at is the person who ordered the hit. Yeah, I have to go down the middle because Naomi wouldn't necessarily be disagreeing with this.
Your body doesn't make the decision to shoot, your mind does. You make the choice to kill.
When someone aims a gun at you, you pull your trigger. You don't think. It's reflex. Any combat training conditions the body's reflexes. My training was very thorough. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
I don't like the fact that they're not giving you the option to be like, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I have no ethical quandary with this. It seems very strange. Of all the things they could do this with, literally, this whole game is about Shepard working with Cerberus, the terrorist organization from the first game. And they have always given you the option to be like, oh yes, Cerberus, this is great. Like, I'm happy to work with you. If you're painting Shepard as being pro-terrorist organization, I don't understand why you'd get so antsy as like, oh, well, we can't let them agree with an assassin. We can't have Shepard agreeing with an assassin. Happily working with terrorists. Oh, yeah, big thumbs up there. But agreeing with an assassin, oh, God, no. That's awful. I'm really confused with what the writers were going for here. I'm really confused. I guess I just have to play it off that Naomi doesn't understand this idea of your body is a vessel. I don't think she'd be offended. Oh, that's convenient. And I don't think she'd be like, again, this is all very much like assassins are bad. We disagree with assassins. I guess I think where Naomi is coming from, like I said, she doesn't disagree with assassins. She doesn't disagree with it. So the idea that he is removing himself as like, oh, no, my body is a vessel, therefore I am not responsible. She's like, no, you're still responsible for your actions, but ultimately it's not on you. It's on the guy who ordered the hit. I don't understand why you're removing yourself to this degree. You did it. Like, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the guy who ordered the hit. Like, there's no need for all of this, like, oh, I'm really not responsible for my actions, da-da-da. Like, there's no need for this. Like, you chose to pull the trigger, but you only did so because you were being paid to do it, because you were ordered to do it. I think she views this like, oh, we're a vessel, blah, blah, blah. She views it as like this odd way of like, oh no, I'm actually innocent in all of this. But Naomi's thought is like, well, again, you were ordered to do it. Like, why would I be mad at you and not the guy who ordered the hit? This is, so yeah, I have to go with that's weird. Naomi just doesn't understand this logic. Like, if this is how you get by, if you are channeling your murderous instincts into this rather than going out and just becoming a serial killer, like, there's no shame in that. So I don't think this idea of like, you know, separating yourself, it just doesn't mesh with Naomi's mind.
That's a strange way of looking at yourself.
Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
Okay.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
Hey, it's all good. Yeah, he does seem like a lonely guy. He does seem lonely, and Naomi likes Thane. He's a pretty stand-up dude. Like I said, she doesn't have any moral quandary with assassins, so I don't think that I don't want to get to know him. He kills people. Naomi kills people. Naomi kills people all of the time. Like, yeah, he seemed lonely. Naomi wanted to be a friend.
You've spent a lot of your life alone, Thane.
Work fulfilled me. Reading. I barely spoke to anyone outside my family. It seems there will be no one to mourn me when I die. You're the only friend I've made in 10 years.
Oh. No, yes, just a friend. Naomi is the big gay. She is the big gay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to change, you still have time.
This crew is pretty diverse. You must have something in common with some of them. Get out of this room and talk to them.
I shall consider it. I won't keep you.
Oh. Oh, I hope you go make some friends, Thane. I like him. And Kasumi.
Hey, got a minute?
Of course.
I can see why Jack is the way she is. I don't like it, but I get it. Good thing you broke up that catfight between Jack and Miranda. I was afraid they'd tear a hole in the hull. This one security guy keeps staring at me. I think his name is Bert. I'm used to being watched by security, but they're usually staring at my eyes or watching my hands. I might have to start cloaking through the CIC from now on.
Oh, do you want me to find this person and have a chat with them? I will.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
Okie doke. Oh, it is always good to get the gossip on board. And Kasumi is the queen of gossip. Now then, Miranda, are you gonna have anything to say after the fight? Or are you still kind of like, yeah, no, nothing's happening with me?
Commander, what can I do for you?
Yeah, what's the status of the ship?
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Okay.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
Okay, damn.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
Damn, nothing to say about the fight, really? Ah, well. At least we know that Garrus will have something to say. Oh. Oh, buddy, I'm so sorry.
Shepard, need me for something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've asked him. I have to check. I'm checking now so that I won't have to check again later.
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
My current upgrades are working pretty well. That's about the best I can do.
Okay, thank you kindly.
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Sidonis. Whatever happens with the Collectors or the Reapers or whoever else comes after us, I know you'll get the job done.
Oh, you're expecting more.
You actually think we'll find something worse than Collectors or Reapers?
I like to expect the worst. There's a small chance I'll be pleasantly surprised.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Naomi would be so glad to have Garrus here. He's like one of her best friends.
I couldn't do this without you, Garrus.
Sure you could. Not as stylishly, of course. It's strange going into a suicide mission on a human ship. People don't prepare for high-risk operations the way Turians do.
Yeah, I mean, Excuse me, do you not remember Ilos?
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about tracking Saren to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
Fair. Fair.
Honestly, Garrus, what do you think our chances are?
Honestly, the Collectors killed you once, and all they did is piss you off. I can't imagine they'll stop you this time. But an unmapped area, advanced technology, and the Collectors. We're going to lose people. No way around that. Not a happy analysis, I know. Don't worry. I won't spread it around. And I'm with you regardless.
Do you ever regret leaving CSAC or the Turian military?
Not for a minute. When it comes down to it, Shepard, I don't think I'm a very good Turian. When a good Turian hears a bad order, he follows it. He might complain, but he knows his place. I just don't see the point in staying quiet and polite. Not when the galaxy is at stake.
And yeah, how do Turians prepare?
How do Turian crews get ready for high-risk missions?
With violence, usually. Turian ships have more operational discipline than your alliance, but fewer personal restrictions. Our commanders run us tight, and they know we need to blow off steam. Turian ships have training rooms for exercise, combat sims, even full-contact sparring. Whatever lets people work off stress.
Okay. Yeah, so you'll beat each other up before a high-risk mission?
You mean Turian ships have crewmen fighting each other before a mission?
It's supervised, of course. Nobody's going to risk an injury that interferes with the mission, and it's a good way to settle grudges amicably. I remember right before one mission, we were about to hit a Batarian pirate squad. Very risky. This recon scout and I had been at each other's throats. Nerves, mostly. She suggested we settle it in the ring.
And how did it go?
I assume you took her down gently?
Actually, she and I were the top-ranked hand-to-hand specialists on the ship. I had reach, but she had flexibility. It was brutal. After 9 rounds, the judge called it a draw. There were a lot of unhappy bettors in the training room. We ended up holding a tiebreaker in her quarters. I had reach, but she had flexibility. More than one way to work off stress, I guess.
No, absolutely not! No! Naomi does not want to see Turian dick. We're just gonna excuse ourselves, bye.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
This was a very interesting story. I think Naomi would be like, hey, get in there, bud. Get in there. But yet, no, we don't want to see that for ourselves. No, thank you. Oh, Garrus, I love him so much. I love him so much. And hello, Chalquas.
How may I help you, Commander?
Still nothing new.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander?
Still nothing new, but I always have to check. I always have to check. I think that's my biggest hope for Mass Effect 3. I hope that if Chalquas makes a comeback, I'm pretty sure that Joker will. I am 99.9% sure that Joker will make a comeback for Mass Effect 3. And I hope they get more actual, cutscene dialogue things. Like, they just don't get the focus they should. If the writers are saying, like, okay, you're the friends, then I want to see them being friends. I want actual scenes where we can talk and discuss stuff.
Back for another lesson.
Yes.
One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened. You smoke, Shepard? Don't. That stuff will kill you. Knew a kid once. Weapons dealer. Probably half your age. Bastard smoked too close to a cache of explosives. Tossed a butt, blew himself sky high.
Bloody hell. Well, yeah. If Naomi didn't smoke before, then yeah, she's not gonna start after hearing that.
I should let you go. Talk more later, Shepard.
Okie doke. And Tali.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
How's the Normandy running?
These new shield upgrades should slow down even the Collector ship. It makes the engine a little trickier to fine-tune, but it's worth it for a better chance of surviving a Collector attack.
That it is. Okay. Okay, yeah. Anything to chat about?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
Everyone's running out of dialogue.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Oh, my heart.
I've got green across the board. The forward tanks are buoyant and elevated.
Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
Sir, don't you be talking about Miranda like that. Don't you be talking about her like that.
What can we do for you, Commander?
Nah.
Carry on.
Will do, Commander.
Much offense. Much offense. You know, it's a good thing that Miranda didn't hear you say that. She would have kicked your ass.
Hey.
Hey.
What do you think of our mission?
I know when someone's got murder on their mind. The Collectors are out to kill us. Rather do it to them first.
Yeah, ditto. Okay, anything to chat about?
Tell me something I don't know about you.
Nothing to tell. Why?
Yeah, I'm curious. I'm a nosy bitch.
I want to know more, and I'm not going away.
I'm here to fight for you. Nothing says we have to be friends. But whatever. Something you don't know, huh? Obvious stuff, like what's up with my ink, or something else just as boring? You're not really interested unless it affects you. I've been through all this shit before.
Yeah, Naomi does really care. She wants to be friends with Jack. She sees someone who's very similar to her, and she wants to befriend her.
I could be genuine. You have no way of knowing.
I have eyes, and I have history. You'll back off. As soon as you realize you're not the first, and I'm immune to your help.
Okay. You know, let's go for the boring stuff. What do the tattoos mean?
I'll bite. What's with the tattoos?
Some are for prisons I've been in. Some are for kills. You know, good ones. Some are for things I've lost. Those aren't your business. They're nobody's business. And some are because, hey, why the fuck not?
Fair.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
You did say lonely. I wish that Jack was a romance option. I'm aware that at one point she was, and they decided to remove a lot of the bisexual content. I could see Naomi going for Jack. They're very similar. It's funny that the whole reason why Naomi went for Liara is because they were so different, and yet as it turned out, they actually had a lot of stuff in common. With Jack, they just straight up, there's no like, oh, they're so different. Like, no, they just have stuff in common. They just have stuff in common, and I could see Naomi going for someone like Jack. At the same time, again, I think very much so like Miranda, Naomi views Jack as a groomed child. Jack has so much baggage. She is not... Then again, would Naomi be with Jack looking for a serious relationship? Probably not. Like a regular friends with benefits type thing? Sure, why not? But... Because again, she didn't go into the relationship with Liara looking for love, looking for romance. it was only afterwards, you know, once Liara broke her heart, once she discovered what Liara had done, it was only then that Naomi kind of realized, oh shit, I actually did love her. I did love her, but after hearing that, I can't be in a relationship with her. No, absolutely not. Yeah, I would love the opportunity for Naomi to be with Jack, but again, I'm just kind of like, she'd only want a friends with benefits type thing. Jack is very clearly hurt. So I don't know if Naomi would go for her in that way.
Tough. But you can't have survived alone all these years.
When I was starting out, I ran with this girl Manara and her boyfriend. They knew their way around. I thought they'd help me. Right. They helped me into their bed. And when we finally did take down something big, they helped themselves to my share of the take. I knew where it was heading. And I got them first. Never bothered with friends after that.
Yeah. That's the thing of it. Jack associates sex with being used. So I don't think that Naomi would enter into a sexual relationship with her. If she didn't have that connotation, I could see Naomi going into like a friends with benefits and it maybe developing into something more, like her relationship with Liara was. But just considering how hurt Jack is, I think that Naomi realizes, I need to be gentle with this girl. She puts up a really good front, but there is a tenderness under all of that, and I need to be gentle with her.
They sound like selfish pricks. That doesn't mean they were gonna kill you.
I get feelings. I don't need proof. I did the smart thing. I always do the smart thing if people fuck with me. That's probably something you should remember.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so that didn't take us out of the conversation. Okay, then let's go for this one again.
You work pretty hard at not letting people get close.
I've been with lots of people. If you're asking about a boyfriend or a girlfriend, no. It's a waste of time and it never works. You let someone get that close, it just means they need a shorter knife. Lonely and alive works just fine, thanks.
Yeah, I thought it was going to carry on with the conversation and I'd miss out on that. And yeah, you did say lonely.
Seems like you miss it a little more than you want to admit.
Pick every little word apart if you want, but it doesn't change the way the galaxy works. Come on, you've been around.
That she has. Okay, I mean we've gone into everything. Yeah, we'll talk again later, Jack.
I have to go, but we should do this again.
Wait, my turn with the questions. People usually walk by now. Why are you really asking all these things? What's your game, Shepard?
Here's the thing, she wants to be her friend. She wants to be her friend.
I've never met anyone like you.
Whatever. It'll come back to what you can take. It always does. Later, Shepard.
I don't know if... I think that was Naomi being nice. Because here's the thing, Naomi grew up in gangs. She will have 100% met people like Jack. 100%, but I think she was just being kind there. You know, oh, I've never met anyone like you. It's a white lie, but... Ah, well. Okay, so no, I want to go this way. We have to check in with Grunt. I know he won't have anything to say. We've reached the end of his conversation tree, but if I don't check in on him, I'll feel guilty.
Shepard.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
We'll push our enemies to the edge of space, then step on their fingers one at a time until the void takes them.
That's lovely.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
Oh, god damn it.
We'll push our enemies to the edge of space, then step on their fingers one at a time until the void takes them.
Sorry, it moved. I was going for the squad.
What do you think about the crew?
Good bunch if they stay out of my way. Dead bunch if they don't. Train them good if you want to take on collectors. Some of these aliens are too smooth.
Okie doke. Okie doke.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Battlemaster, I have everything. Clan, kin, and enemies to fight.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Oh, my heart. My heart. I've run out of conversation with so many of the characters. Okie doke. Now, you know what? I'm gonna head up to the captain's cabin, and I am gonna bring this episode to a close right here. In the next one, we head back out into the galaxy. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.